Nas was only 17 when he wrote Illmatic, y'all. That album instantly became foundational for hip hop moving forward, even still having influence in most hip hop artists today. And if you listen to his last few albums, then you know he hasn't lost a step since then. So before I give y'all my personal song recommendations, let me just give y'all 3 quick facts on why the youth should respect Nas's footing in hip hop and give his music a fair chance. Now, although Nas dropped out of school at 13 years old, he educated himself through books and available resources. But the irony is he displayed such high intelligence through music that in 2013, he had a fellowship at Harvard University named after him. This program is dedicated to bringing like-minded people like hip-hop educators, artists, and students together to study the culture and be the driving forces of innovation. According to Harvard professor Dr. Gates, the anonymous funder of this program decided to name it after Nas out of pure respect and admiration for his work. Nas manifested this type of future for himself through his lyrics, so that's a great reason to listen, if anything. Now, y'all want to know why Nas's flow sounds so smooth and thoughtful? Well, one reason is because his father, Olu Dara, is a legendary jazz musician. He actually started off playing in the Navy before transitioning into performing with multiple bands over 25 years. That consistent musical background gave heavy influence to Nas's complex rhythm and strong penmanship, making his sound way more sophisticated than almost everyone else to this day. Simply put, music is just in his DNA. Now let's take it back real quick, because that album I mentioned before, Illmatic, it was selected in 2021 by the Library of Congress for preservation in the National Recording Registry. That means that the US government officially recognizes it as a culturally historic recording. Now, if that doesn't confirm GOAT status to you, then I don't really know what to tell you. This set a standard for what it takes for music to be considered timeless and impactful. And I hope I didn't lose you yet, because now it is time to get into my personal favorite Nas track, so let's begin. So as legendary as Illmatic is, I need the youth to know Nas still got it. And that is with this album, King's Disease 2. I still listen to this album to this day. This is a great first listen from start to finish. Great vibes to the whole project. I think Hit Boy gave Nas the best production that he has ever had on an album. And this let me know that Nas is not done and will age gracefully in the rap game. And by the way, my favorite song on this album is My Bible. Yeah, definitely My Bible. So check this one out and y'all won't regret it. So right here, I want to give y'all 2 songs that highlight how his storytelling ability is second to none. And that is 1, I Gave You Power, and 2, Storyboard. Both of these songs are spectacular. As he raps, you can see both of these stories play out in your head. And I'm not going to say nothing crazy to ruin y'all first listen, but trust me, y'all, these are like campfire stories that y'all never forget. I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when I heard both of these tracks for the first time, I swear. So do yourself a favor, y'all must listen to these. Do not wait, these are fire. Now, I think first time listeners of Nas will love the Human Nature sample on this one, so please welcome It Ain't Hard to Tell. Now, this is for the youth, so I wouldn't say that Illmatic is the easiest listen in 2025, but it is well worth it if you feel like vibing and listening to hip hop history. It Ain't Hard to Tell is probably the most timeless song on the album and is appropriate for all situations. Very uplifting vibe to the song, and if I had to recommend one song on this album, this would definitely be the one. So these last 2 songs I want to give y'all are off his last album, Magic 3, just to double confirm to y'all that he still got it. And that is 1, Never Die, and 2, Blue Bentley. Both Nas and Wayne both dropped some cold verses and reaffirmed why they've been at the top of commercial hip hop. Blue Bentley has been one of my favorite songs since this album dropped, and this one sounds like a party vibe, man. Them piano keys give a upscale type of vibe. Trust me, y'all, these are the first 2 tracks you want to check out if you explore this album. Just thank me later. Alright, final thoughts on Nas and why I believe the youth should give his music a fair chance. Nas makes hip-hop educational by using his intellect to unpack social constructs and life lessons on poverty, ambition, and global consciousness. The King's Disease album series resonated a lot with my youthful self, being how inspirational and dope it is at the same time. And the storytelling. Yeah, I cannot stress how good he is at storytelling through his music. And as long as he can keep his connection with the younger hip-hop fans, he'll age like wine. So go ahead and check out my suggestions, and if you enjoy his music, keep going down the rabbit hole. Thank you again if you made it to the end of this video. I'm going to get it with y'all next time. Peace and love.